field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want.
It seems like only yesterday we were here for Super Bowl 52 and now back for the road to the Super Bowl here in the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. First carry now for David Montgomery. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Everson Griffin coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 20. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. From the gun, here's Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
First carry for the Boise State Bronco, Alexander Madison. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Cousins now. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And it's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. 59.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 4th down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. Tariq Cohen is deep for the Bears. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. Only 29 yards on the punt there, definitely not his best. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Just 3 catches in the wild card victory for him a week ago, and now he's got his first here, and it's good for a first down. First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
From the gun on third down, it's Taylor. Completes it to Miller. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Another timeout called by the Vikings now. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it. They'll indeed go for it. It's Taylor. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Now that's one of those in-between spots where you like to rely on analytics. Did you like the decision to go for it?
Frankly, I did because you know I'm an aggressive guy. But that the analytics and the old school go by your feel, that's got to marry up a little bit better because that one felt like an analytics call that someone didn't have confidence in. You know, normally this coach, I think he would have punted the ball.
Yeah, calculated risk. It didn't work out.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them.
Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And fights through one man. Then he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a good story on that. He said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football.
16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago. First down, a run with Cohen. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, second down.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Bend, Indiana, thought about going back. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. 25 yards for the touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. A long way to go in this one. I'm sure that's not the only score we'll see today, but to jump out like that, very good.
Yeah, everyone wants to set the pace. You know, in a game like this, you want people chasing you. You don't want to be the team chasing them. That's exactly what they did.
Let's go, boys, bring it up.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Cousins. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Hey, exit.
Cousins now to throw on first down. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. Over 100 catches in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch in these playoffs. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Vikings. Alexander Madison, 36 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Hauschka with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Meanwhile, a throw by Taylor is incomplete.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the
Taylor incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
57. Mike. Check, check. Fresno. Shoot.
Taylor throwing again. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
57's the mic. Watch 57. 57's the mic. 57's the mic. Know your job. Leo, check 26. Check.
From the shotgun, it's Taylor. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ben Gideon in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Pulled in at the 24. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10.
Mike. They can't hang with us. Kill.
Let's 50. 300. Hey, orbit.
Play action now. Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Check. Two.
On 2nd down, this is Madison. And he's got room. The 20. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Vikings. Alexander Madison with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Hauschka adds the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Hey, 17's yours. Watch 17. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Here we go, G. Hey, it's just me and you. Me and you.
Throwing now, Taylor on first down. That's complete to Robinson. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Mike 54. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there now.
From the gun, it's Taylor. Eluding the pressure right. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Dalvin away and bring up second down.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
Again, now it's Taylor on second and 10. It's complete to Robinson. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 23 yards the pickup there.
First down, Bears.
Here we go. 60 out. 54. Mike 54. How you get ahead? How you get ahead?
On first down, it's Taylor. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. This is Miller, complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. And Robinson with a big catch. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. From 13 yards out, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Point after, right down the middle. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
And 7 at the 28-yard line.
Here's second and 7 now from the 28.
Zebra.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Coming to you. Coming to you.
To throw is Cousins. And he'll go down. The Bears get there there for the sack. Khalil Mack in there for a milestone sack as that moves him past Hall of Famer Michael Strahan, who finished his career with 141.5. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long.
Listen to me.
Smooth. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Yeah, that's what I do. 59's Mike. 59's Mike. Check. 59. Let's get the boy.
3rd and long for Cousins. And that will be incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
On the return is Cohen. Muscling free near the 40. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Now Montgomery. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. Now Taylor from the gun, he'll throw. He'll find Miller. That's complete. In the wild card game last week, he had 4 catches, and now he has his 4th catch here. They'll throw on 1st down with Taylor. It's complete. It's Miller.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Taylor now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on 1st down.
Check Mike 57. Mike 57. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. 57's the Mike. Rock 57. Drop deep.
To throw again is Taylor. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, defensively rallying to the ball after the nice move.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Taylor will lead up the offense 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. To throw is Taylor. He completes this into the hands of Miller. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. He's got the hook up to Miller. 4 catches now on this drive alone. They can't stop him. It's another 1st down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
We play to win. Let's go.
We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Alert 3. Alert 3. Alert 3. Check. Lucky.
Again, it's Taylor. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Adam Shaheen there to make the grab as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
The Vikings take over. Let's go. Let's do it. At their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to the ground on first down. Here's Madison. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Brings up 2nd
Hey,
and
echo.
3 at the 50-yard line.
Cousins now from the 50. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Here's Madison running on first down. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Cousins. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
That's another Vikings first down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Jahan, what I need?
Check, 59. Let's go.
Hey, receiver. Where's Jahan?
From the red zone now, Cousins. Flushed out right. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Incomplete on the throwaway. Brings up 2nd and 10.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, a trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway.
Let's go, fellas.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, no, easy.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And that'll that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
Second and 10, it's Taylor again. Able to find Shaheen here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Let's put him on the buses. Will, put that team on the bus.
Throwing again, it's Taylor. This is caught by Robinson. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Let's go, defense.
Now Taylor on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Second and 10 now, it's Taylor. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Riley Ridley, 30 yards as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Another carry now for Madison. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Cousins. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. Play fake, Cousins. He's got Smith here. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Running from the shotgun with Madison. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. And he stopped immediately there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. You don't see that a ton, do you? A cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And that's caught by Smith. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 14.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. It's caught by Roberts. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Looking to throw again on second down. Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete.
Thrown away and incomplete. Brings up third down and 6 yards to go.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on third down. This is now the 9th play of the drive.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Danny.
Ringo 48.
On third down, they run with Madison. And they'll rally and stop him short of the first down at about the 6. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1? They're going for it. Here's Madison. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. So the decision to go for it turns out to be a good one. They get a couple of yards, and as a result, the drive keeps moving. It's now 1st and goal.
4-yard line.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Madison, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Bears,
59. Mike's the 50. Pick it up, defense.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Shaq Lawson in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Hey, box truck.
3rd and goal for Cousins. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Herb Smith Jr. there to make the grab as his guys are back within a single score. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Throwing, Cousins. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, If you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents. When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Undercrust, screen. Shift.
To throw again on second down. Taylor is going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. 7 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 7.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. Taylor now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Completes it to Miller. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Well, I'm sure he likes his performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the fourth quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see, and other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have no shot. Maybe that's the difference for him. Last week, no. This week, a big yes.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
Switch it.
On first down, it's Taylor. This is caught, and he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Anthony Miller, 28 yards as the Bears push further out in front. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
You ready?
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Hey, Zoo.
Cousins on first down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
Montgomery. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
He's checking, he's checking.
Taylor now to throw on third down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. But the back judge right there to say incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Throwing again on second down. Cousins. And some room to roam now. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Now from the 7, here's second and goal. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it third and goal.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Let's go, D. Check. Slant. Check.
From the gun, it's Taylor. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. 12 yards there, first down Vikings. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Quaker Omaha, listen to me.
On play action, Cousins. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
On second down, Cousins again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack giving him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. 3rd and long for Cousins. And he's going to go down again. Khalil Mack. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Well, he does have a good leg. I'll give him that. But not that good.
Not by a long shot.
Check. Watch 54. Let's go, Ty. Under 10. 10. Check. Max, what? Check.
Throwing now, Taylor on first down. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Anthony Miller. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as the Bears push further out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
The VKings take over first and 10.
Let's go.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A good run as he works his way for 9 that time, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and just a few inches.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Cousins now in desperation, and got his man complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, 70 yards. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Well, after their wild card round game last week, you and I said, wow, they played pretty well. Maybe they... Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it And get the football. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Hey. 4 down.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Taylor on the keeper. A loss of a yard. Brings up 4th down.
And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough way for it to end.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From Minneapolis, so long, everybody.
Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel get a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby. I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off. Each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. Okay. 10K on the countertop. Don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Okay. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some.